We've reached the part of the podcast. We're going to be talking some horse racing, and Trey is back, host of the First Wire podcast, which comes out over the weekend, where he breaks down the weekend's cards at Keeneland. He's here to give his best bet and to talk about the Ben Ali Stakes. Trey, how you doing today, my man?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you this evening?
Doing good, man. You know, I have two NBA teams, and both of them made the playoffs, and I am ecstatic. So I cannot wait. So basketball, horse racing, MLB, it's a fun little weekend. So let's jump right into it. The first race you're going to go to is race 3. That is your best bet. Tell us what your best bet is, my friend.
Yeah, so we're going to go in this race to number 9, Copperlight. The reason I'm going to pick this horse basically is a owner-trainer kind of pick here. If you follow horse racing, and at Keeneland especially, Ken and Sarah Ramsey are a household name. And so this particular race has one of those horses in it. Number 9 is going to be, like I said, from the outside, it's a 1.8 mile race. Jose Ortiz is going to take them out for him. The sire of this horse had a winner today, Thursday at the same distance. So I'm going right back to the well, and they shoot for this meet, and I'm hoping to get the R back in the winner's circle.
Is this going to be your single in the early pick 5?
Yes. Yeah, it's got to be. It is a tough, challenging card for Saturday. So I am going to, when I play this, I'm going to single this horse.
Now, if I'm like a quote unquote, like a small time bettor, all of us have different strategies when we bet. And let's say I don't like spending over $48 on a pick 5. Would it be more beneficial on a card like this weekend on Saturdays, when did you say it's really tough, that I say, okay, I'm not going to play a 50-cent pick 5. I'm going to play a $1 pick 4?
Absolutely.
And then
I like that better.
To kind of like attack it that way, so then I get 2x whatever the prize is. Is that, at a day like today, is that kind of like?
Yeah, I like that philosophy a lot, and honestly, that's usually what I do. I'm a pick 4, pick 3 player. Pick 5s could get expensive, like you said, and I try to stay in that under 50 range. And unless you get lucky, you're not going to hit those very often.
Now, is there any horse, if I'm looking to play an exacta in this race, is there any horse that are a couple horses that I could play like underneath?
I don't have it in front of me, so I apologize, but I do know number 2 was another horse that interested me.
Proven Hope.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. That's horse I think is one of the favorites as well. But his numbers stack up. And there's another horse. I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me. It's in the middle, either the 5 or 6 horse, one of those two.
Executive Action.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Okay, so those are some horses to play underneath for everyone, for those that like playing exactas. But what someone taught me is sometimes the best bet is just the old straight bet. You know, just the old straight bet. You can never go wrong. Now we are going to the featured race, race 10, the grade 3, the Ben Ali Stakes. Where is your head at here?
Yeah, so I think this particular race, it's a 1 3/16 mile race, so it's pretty long. But I feel like there's some speed in this race. I'm going to go to the horse on the outside, Uno Mas Bourbon, for Ian Wilkes and Brian Hernandez Jr. That tandem has had 2 wins on the meet so far, and they were both in stakes races. So I'm going to go back to the well there and hope that they can get it done. I think he's going to sit a nice inside stalking trip right inside the speed, and is going to be able to take over in the stretch. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Now, some people like to play jockeys. There are some jockeys with some big names in this race. Ortiz is on Tennessee Lamb. Jaru is on Pillaroli. Vasquez is on Duke of Love. Any of those horses look to play underneath, or are you just, is Uno Mas Bourbon, is this kind of like your single? This is kind of like best bet, second best bet on the card? Like, where's your head at?
Yes, this particular, it's in the late pick 5 sequence. I probably would not single this horse because I am not 100% confident that he'll get the job done. I do like Tennessee Lamb. That's an up and comer for Jose Ortiz. Rusty Arnold trains that horse. Number 6 is Josie Carroll and John Velasquez. That horse is coming off a 2-year layoff. It's a second start back after the layoff. So something obviously happened. If I remember correctly, that horse was 5-2 on the morning line.
Correct.
I probably would steer clear of that horse. He may beat me, but that horse is owned by My Racehorse, and that's a group of hundreds, thousands of people. They literally can buy partnerships into this. So they're probably all going to bet the horse, so it's going to go off at short odds. So don't let the tote board deceive you. I think this horse should be shied away from.
That is an excellent point you just made, because money coming in is going to drive this. This is a featured race, a stakes race at Keeneland, which is already over bet. So everybody that owns a stake in this horse is just going to over bet the shit out of this. So we are going to be probably able to get a price on Uno Mas Bourbon then, right?
That's what I'm hoping for.
Now you mentioned the 2-year layoff. You mentioned second off the layoff. Is that kind of an angle if it's like a shorter gap, like a normal, I'm gonna say prep, whatever. Like let's say a horse is out 5-6 months, 7, whatever. Do you bet the second off the layoff angle, or do you kind of shy away until the horse shows you something before you get reinvested in it?
That's hard to answer, because honestly, some trainers will shoot for, say, maybe third off the form cycle. So basically, like, they run them back once, twice, just kind of get their legs under them, get a little bit of fitness, either like I said, get some air in their belly, and then they really go for it on that third start. I would probably say if you like this horse, give it another race, and then kind of like you said, wait and see approach. And then if I remember correctly, this horse is an Ontario bred. And so Woodbine is going to be coming up soon, which is up in Canada. And so this horse might be just using this race as a prep, because there really aren't any tracks in the area they're running. So just to kind of get a nice little tightener in before they go up north. So like I said, this horse is going to be bet. And I probably would stay away from that 5-2 morning line. I don't like.
Trey, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your day, coming on, talking a little horse racing. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find the First Wire podcast, when it comes out and everything?
Yeah, so my partner CC Broadus and myself did the podcast this evening. We'll have it on X probably tomorrow, if not later on this evening. My handle is at tserver24. His is at Dr. Shillito. He's also on the Auxiliary Gate podcast. And so he'll put that on there, and it'll be basically on any streaming area that you can find. So yeah, definitely come look us up.
Make sure to check that out for those watching on YouTube. I will link that in the description. Those listening on the podcast, it will be in the podcast description. So check that out. And you'll be back next week talking a little bit more Keeneland. Best of luck in your bets, and we'll talk soon, my friend.
Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.